First, we heard this was a random hate crime, potentially racially motivated. Initially, Jussie was targeted by strangers. Then we learned there is a relationship between Jussie and the brothers, that they know each other. Can you tell us what was the brothers' relationship to Jussie?
What I can tell you with certainty about that is right now the tremendous regret that my clients are carrying from their relationship with him. Their regret over their involvement, their regret over how this has impacted minority communities, how this has impacted people that have actually suffered hate crimes. So that's right now what I can tell you with conviction.
Okay. So you can't elaborate on if they were friends, like we saw those photos of them in his gym.
Oh, sure. They were friends before. They know each other. They had met Mr. Smollett at different times, but it's fair to say that in January of this year, they were all acquainted and friends.
So we've heard stories of the Osundairo brothers making homophobic comments, dealing drugs to Jussie, working out buddies. There's a lot of stories written. Can you separate fact from fiction as far as all of those things goes? There appears to be an evolving narrative.
You know, my clients are very committed right now to piecing their lives back together. That's number one. Number two, they want this to be something positive in the future. So the PR grenades that are being launched at them, that's a strategic attack against them. Separating fact from fiction on what is being said out there, I think that's better said from them. Mm-hmm. But what I can tell you is that they're working very hard for this to be a positive in the future.
Okay. So there was no drugs involved?
Drugs to the extent of?
Between Jussie and the brothers.
You know, I don't want to speculate on that, and that's just not part of my involvement in this matter.
It was initially believed police had a stronger case against the brothers. Were they paid to stage an attack?
So the check, I think it's been floating around the media quite a bit. It's not a clear-cut answer because, okay, the check itself says that it was for training, and it was for training. They did train them. If you look at them, they have amazing bodies, and they are amazing trainers, okay? The issue here is that they were in a position with a friend who said, let's basically pay you for training and then do a favor for me.
There was a turning point in this case where we saw the brothers sort of come out with the story, they were very honest. What do the brothers have to back up their story? What kind of evidence did they have to present?
First of all, they cooperated fully with the police, and they're still cooperating. And so if their story and if their facts, as they know them, did not check out, then they would not have been going home that day. Remember that myself and my partner, Jorge Rodriguez, we were there for the interrogation, and the facts, as they kept saying that the police had someone going out and checking. So it wasn't just he said, he said, he said. It was, there was this, and you can go independently verify it with this, be it a camera or a store. And so it was built piece by piece by piece.
What we saw from our end was we saw the video of the brothers purchasing items in a store that were presumed to be a robe, hat, bleach, etc. Did Jussie direct them to purchase those things?
You know, on that point, Superintendent Johnson did a great job of really elaborating through the evidence that they found. So I think your viewers would be well-pressed to watch that. What I want to just stress again is just my clients have tremendous regret over their involvement, which included those things that you mentioned.
Why did they feel a sense of loyalty to Jussie to sort of do this favor?
I think everyone, let me say this, I think everyone who has been in a friendship, someone who feels like a friend that can help them out with their career, someone that has connections, someone that has stature in an industry where they want to work in. You know, how many of us would think, okay, this is my friend and this person's trying to help me, would think that they would be betrayed later. So we really got to look at the larger picture involved. And we're seeing it all over the news, celebrities that are abusing their status and that think they're above the law, and they're not.
Yeah, yeah. So they maybe potentially thought, because, you know, a lot of people are saying maybe possible motives were money, greater roles on the show. Are you surprised these things are out there?
Surprised
like
by
that people are speculating their motivation are all of these things, or?
You know, it's a positive thing, I think, that everyone is talking about how did this come to pass, right? We're looking at relationships between celebrities and non-celebrities. We're looking at relationships of people that are in a higher trust and how that can be taken advantage of by a subordinate. Or I'm sorry, the other way around, how easy it can be for a superior to take advantage of a subordinate. And we find ourselves in these kinds of relationships often. So that's why the energy for my clients right now is to really piece together their lives from this realization process and try to put, you know, their best foot forward.
Yeah. Did the brothers express to you any, or to even the Chicago PJ, that there was a moment of maybe a discussion between them where they thought maybe this isn't something we should go through with? Did they ever evaluate the risk?
You know, those are great questions, and I really believe that it's going to be better answered by them directly, which is coming in due course.
We see the brothers come back from Nigeria, right? And they are taken by police. I don't know exactly what occurred, but we see them come back, right? So was there a point in Nigeria where they had talked to Jussie, they were in contact with Jussie, they thought maybe when they came back to the States that they might be confronted by police?
Those are areas of the case that at this moment in time I'm not at liberty to discuss.
Okay, so thoughts on the Jussie interview with Robin Roberts? Why would Jussie come out and say all the things he did on national TV?
I really do not know what Jussie Smollett was thinking, and that's not my place to comment. But what I can tell you is that over the course of this entire involvement of the situation, my clients have expressed their remorse for their role in it.
Okay, and last question. Based on what you know, what is the trouble that Jussie Smollett is going into, based on what we know right now?
I don't want to speculate, but what he's looking at on the charges base as of right now, it's a class 4 felony. It's a disorderly conduct, and it's punishable by probation up until it can be 3 years. So that's more of a general legal answer for you. Things can change, but I'm not part of who makes that call.